All right, so how do we find the VA? Brianna, how do I find that VA? That's the easy one. All right, she says bottom. So Justin, always take the bottom, set it equal to 0. So that answer is, when you move over -2, it's +2. Y'all got to put a dotted line on +2. All right, and Justin, from now on, draw your dotted lines with your colors, remember. I don't care about the graphs. Draw your dotted lines with the color. That's the only way I can see it most of the time. All right, Greg, how do I find the HA? What am I looking at? You remember? The top one's the easy one. You set the bottom equal to 0. Remember how to find the bottom one, the HA? What are we looking at? Help him, Dawson. Yeah, you look at your exponents. So what do we do when there's an exponent on the bottom? That's x1. I don't even have an x up top. So what do we do? It's automatically y equals 0. Y'all put a dotted line right through here. So you've got to be able to do that first on every problem. Find where your dotted lines go. All right, next step, plug in your 4 numbers. So how do we pick these numbers again, Gracie? Where do I look, Gracie? 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So on the left, we got 0 and 1. On the right, we got 3 and 4. So I got 0 and 1, 3 and 4. I'm going to stop because y'all should be able to do it from here. Do it and we'll check it really quick. All right, I'm just going to let y'all give me the answers. Abby says the first one, +2. All right, y'all find the second one. Now plug in 1. See how we're plugging these in? Calculating them where the button is. There you go. All right, Andrew, what'd you get when you plug in 1? How do you plug it in here? Okay. Morgan, what'd you get when you plugged in 1? +1? Sorry, +4. Laney, plug in +3 and tell me what you get after you plug that one in. -4. So guys, look, sometimes there is a pattern. This one's got a pattern. These two are 4 and -4, so the other one's got to be +2 and -2. That works almost every time. Not every time. You might want to check it just to make sure. But I'm guessing that last answer is -2. Okay. Y'all graph your curves now, and we'll do another one. All right. Over 0, up 2, over 1, up 4, over 3, down 4, over 4, down 2. All right, so that's what we got on 1. Everybody's good on that one. Anybody got a question? All right, we did it yesterday. We did it on the warm-up. We should be good on that type. Now, we did one problem yesterday, guys, like number 2. So really, you should know how to do it. All right, I'm going to show this one because I am worried about y'all missing it, but you should know how to do it. All right, so I got 3 on top, x + 1, and x - 1. Y equals 3 on top, x + 1, x - 1. All right, this one looks different, but guys, it's really not that different. You're still going to follow the same exact steps. All right, what is new about this problem? What's different about this one from number 1? The bottom, you got 2 different parentheses instead of just 1 equation. So I still do it the same way. I set what's on the bottom equal to 0, and I set both of them equal to 0. All right, Will, what's his first answer going to be? Will, what's the second answer going to be? So y'all got to have the dotted line at -1 and +1 on this one. All right, now, can I go ahead? I need to wait. Rule about the horizontal is the same as it was on number 1. On the bottom, we got x's on the bottom. We don't have any x's on top. Automatically, what's my answer? Y equals 0. Good, we should be getting the hang of that. All right, we got to plug in. All right, Justin, you see how this one's different? It's got a middle section. You know how, Justin, on every other problem, we've plugged in 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Well, you do the same thing. 2 on the right is 2 and 3. I'll let you write them down. All right, 2 on the left, Justin, is -2 and -3. And since we got a space in the middle, plug in one number in the middle. Just plug in the one right in the center. 0. It's right in the center. We'll plug in 0. So you do have to plug in an extra number on these type problems. All right, so you guys should be able to do this. I might walk Justin through one. Justin, when I plug in a 2, I got to plug it in there and there. So it'll be 3 on top. I got 2 plus 1 there. I got 2 minus 1 there. That's how you plug it in. Y'all find all the answers and we'll go over them. Got 1 again? Well, I'm guessing the other one's going to be 0.4 again then.
Yeah, it is.
All right, how about 0? What'd y'all give when you plug in 0? -3. All right, graph these 5 and we'll see what our curves look like. Over 2, up 1. All right, so Justin, look at this. I got to go over 3, up 0.4. How do we go up 0.4 again? 0.5 would be halfway, right? So 0.4 is like almost halfway. Just get it close. I'm not going to measure it. -2, up 1, -3, up 0.4, and then I got over 0, down 3. All right, graph those 5, Justin. I'll show you how to graph your curves. All right, so you got your curve here going through your points. You got your curve here going through your points. And you've got a parabola in the middle section. 4 more to do. If you were here yesterday, we got to do 5, 6, 8, and 9. So I'm going to show you 5 and 8, and then hopefully y'all can do 6 and 9 by yourself and turn them in. All right, Lane, do I need to wait a minute? We're good? All right, so everybody, let's go to 5. Now, these last 4 are all different. This is why they're different. Because you can factor the top on every one of these problems. All right, so a quick review on factoring. I know it's got to be x times x in the front because they got to times together to get x squared in the front. I know that. All right, now, listen close. What can I times here and here that equals 3? 3 and 1. No question about it. Got to be 3 and 1, right? Yep. Now, here's the last part. You got to be able to times them to get the last number. We got that. But you got to be able to add them up to get in the middle. So how can I arrange my signs so that when I add 3 and 1 up, I get -2? Yep. Brian said -3 plus 1. I'm going to show you a hint. You knew it was going to be -3 the whole time anyway, because look at the bottom. It was already x minus 3. You know one's going to match up on the bottom and the top, so that's a hint for you. So if y'all forgot how to factor, we'll keep working on it, but that's it. All right, so now, next step. Which ones cross out?
X minus 3.
X minus 3. Madison, which one's left over that I haven't crossed out? That's the one you got to bring down, and that's the one you got to graph over here on the graph. Graph a line now by rise over run. All right, go.
Figure out where the hole goes.
Thomas says you got to figure out where the hole is. All right, listen. I think we went over this yesterday. I'm going to explain it again. Justin wasn't here. Justin, when you mark something out, it creates a hole. You can't have this in your answer because you marked it out. So I marked out x minus 3, right? If I move -3 over, that equals +3. Y'all can't have that on your graph because you marked it out. So we got to go over to 3.
Put a hole where 3.
1, 2, 3. Follow it up to where it hits the line. That's where your hole is. Okay, now. Crap, I didn't film that part, did I? All right, so now, really, you guys need to erase the line going through that hole. I don't think I can do it up here for some reason. I tried yesterday.
I don't think I can do it either.
Why can't you?
Solar friendly.
Let's try this right here. Let's go with this. See, why does it do that?
Because it's a picture.
All right, it won't let me do it. So, y'all just erase your line going through your hole. And that's it. That's all you do on 5, 6, 8, 9. You do them like that.
Like you just erase the line completely right there?
Yeah, okay, I'm not going back doing all that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's factor this one just like we did the last one. All right, this one's going to be easier. How is it easier? Why is it easier to factor the top of this one? Because it's the difference of squares. What's the square root of 16?
4.
So it's just x plus 4 and x minus 4. Anytime you got one with just two numbers, and then one of the numbers is a perfect square, it's going to be a difference of squares. It's the easiest ones. Just look on the board and find the perfect square, factor. All right, now y'all should be good from here. Look back at number 5, try to finish. All right, so first step, y'all know you got to mark off the ones that are just alike. So we mark off our x plus 4s. The only one that's left is y equals x minus 4. Y'all got to graph your line, doing rise over run with that. Go ahead, Brian, did I mess up?
No, I was saying, before we start doing work, why don't we just sign the whole thing so that we can just draw a line around.
Brian's right, you could do that. That's probably what I should do. You guys can erase easier than I can. Brian says, why don't we find the hole first? Go ahead and put the hole up there. That'll work. Where's the hole going to be? How do you know where the hole is going to be? It comes from the one you marked out. So if I got x plus 4, and I move it over, that's negative 4. All right, Brian, here's why we can't do that. Because if you go to negative 4, I don't know whether it's going to be up here or down there. I got to see where the line is first. But that's a good question. All right, so here's your line. Go to negative 4. Up 1 over 1 is my slope. So I'm going to draw all these. All right, now I can draw my hole. The hole's at negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, follow it down. The hole's going to be right there. So I got that, and I got that. So yeah, it does help to know where the hole is going to be ahead of time. Okay. All right, so you guys go ahead now, finish 6 and 9, turn them in.